Hello and welcome to Let's Ride Around Europe. This is day 6. We're on our way from Frankfurt to Stuttgart. And we started out today in Gutzenheim. And this is Michelstadt. We're on our way to Obrigheim.
Turn right, then turn left.
It's a really beautiful day. One might say too beautiful. Did you mean turn left here, Google? Oh boy, we're gonna get this one off to a good start. It does not mean turn left there. Where was I? Oh yeah, it's been a beautiful day. Some might say too beautiful. It's very hot. I had not tended to stop here in Michelstadt, but I needed some liquids. Do not neglect yourself when you are out riding. Excuse me. It was like I'm just gonna cut in there, and then they just didn't move. But the roads up here have been alright. Acceptable. Been nothing to write home about, but they have been not as straight as in Belgium. I do have a story to tell today. Perhaps I'll get onto that in a little bit. We'll get out of Michelstadt first. I could just like ride right over the curb in the grass. He did. Fair few lads out on the bikes today. This guy is wearing a helmet and nothing else. Oh, I think he's got gloves on. This dude is wiggle to warm his tires up. I think my tires are already warm enough after the road up here. I don't really feel like wiggling with all this luggage on. Is our route going to take us through Michael's back or just the outskirts? I feel like it's just the outskirts. Off he comes off that thing. His poor skin. I always wear all of this heavy bullshit because I like my skin. I've had a few accidents and you know, the gear has always protected me in one way or another. But I'll tell you what, on a day like this, boy, it is not pleasant to wear at all. Especially if you can't get any airflow. Can I stop in the shade? I can. Oh yes. Perfect. Literally stopped in the shade of this sign. I'm gonna put this up. Oh, wow. What I need is not so much water as a parcel. Here we go. Be ideal to come up on the right hand side, but you should never come up on the inside of a parked car. Or a stopped car, rather. I learned that the hard way. Yeah, and he did in fact turn right there, so good call. Well, this time goes on for a while. I was like, we'll be out of here in no time. No problem. We'll get into the stories. Nope. Oh, shit though. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hope this isn't just going to be village after village. It will make me very angry. That's what happened kind of in the South Coast section. Turn. Just close up the vent. Oh, that's so nice to get some airflow again. And some nice road, yeah. So, I kind of had a segue there into the story that I wanted to tell, but the time just kept going and going. But basically, I was going to talk about how gear can make a difference. Because I'm going to talk about what actually happens to my little Vardero 125 in the end. I talked about my first accident before. But it was okay after that accident, you know. New wing mirrors, it was right as rain. A bit of a wash too, if I'm honest. But I lost that poor little bike in 07 because I was out gaming. I was at like a board games night. It was in the middle of exam season. It's a dumb time to be out, but I needed a bit of a break from like the study. It was like 11 o'clock at night. The pub that we were in was closing the side room that we're gaming in. I had some good times playing a few board games with people. And yeah, I got on my little bike. I set out home. And yeah, this was in Dublin. This is in the centre of Dublin. I was living out in the outskirts of Dublin at the time. And came up a place called Constitution Hill, up to what's it called? Hibsborough. And in Hibsborough, there's a corner, it's a crossroads, and you can't turn right, no matter what way you approach this crossroads from. But you can turn left, and you can go straight through. I was coming up from the south, and there's sort of 2 lanes approaching, 1 lane after, and you know, in front of me there's this early 90s BMW, and he's in the left lane, I'm in the right. It's Ireland, so like you're driving on the left, and he just indicates and swerves into my lane. I'm going a little bit faster. I'm a little faster than I should have been. I think I was doing 40 to 30, and yeah, he just pulls right into my lane, and I'm like, I'm quite an inexperienced rider at this point. I've only been riding a few years, like a couple of years. Oh, look at that! Yeah. Oh yeah. I love seeing these sights. It's hard to look at them because they're like way offline. But yeah, I'd only been riding a couple of years. I do what comes naturally, which is to go right. You know, like you go on the outside. That's, I guess, a second segue considering I was talking about passing people inside a minute ago. Oh wow, look at that house. Can you take a look at it as we come around? Probably. Yeah, look at it. With all the, like, stuff growing up the front of it. That's pretty cool. It's, wow. There's no way I can read all of that. But yeah, I dodged right. And that seems like the right thing to do, you know? He's incurred into my lane. Going right is the overtake. There's nothing coming. I'll be okay. I pass him. And I should mention, like, he does it right in front of me. And I'm going faster than him. So that's why I had to dodge. But, like, I pass him as we're approaching the junction. And he's got his right hand indicator on. But I'm thinking, you know, you can't turn right here. And he's just changed lanes. No. He pulls a hard right into my rear quarter. He misses my leg. He smacks the motorbike. Basically gets the wheel. And yeah, the motorbike goes flying, right? And I end up sliding down the street at 40 miles an hour at a bit of an angle, and like there in front of me is the curb coming right at me, so I stick my foot out. I think we can all see where this is going. I stick my foot out and I hit the curb foot first, you know, compresses, takes a lot of the energy out, you know, so I don't like crack my pelvis against the curb, you know. But what it does do is my ankle goes like that. Now, that's quite painful, I have to say. And thankfully, I was wearing proper, actual, thick, sturdy, tall motorcycle boots. I think they were sports boots. And they stopped my ankle from twisting too much. And as a result, didn't break my foot. I would have broke my ankle if I hadn't been wearing proper boots. But I did damage the ligaments that stopped it from doing what it did. Like the ligaments that stopped twisting. And that took quite a while to heal up. I'm not entirely sure my leg has ever been entirely the same afterwards, to be honest. But, you know, it seems to be alright. I do occasionally, like, go over it on the top of the stairs, which is entertaining. But, generally speaking, it's alright these days. I'm sure when I get older it'll be a different story, but... yeah, the place where I had the accident, I had just passed a fire station, and down the right turn, like a couple of 100 meters, there is not only a hospital, like a major hospital with an A&E, but also there is a prison and a police station at the prison. So basically all of the responders were just right there, straight away. I don't know who called them, but nobody who saw it happen stuck around. So they never got the guy, he drove off. It was really annoying. And I was sort of off two wheels for about 18 months because I couldn't afford to buy another motorcycle. Had what's called third-party only insurance. It's literally just the liability towards third parties if you damage their stuff with your motorcycle. Where, you know, obviously their stuff includes them. You're going to Beer Fountain. Yeah, well, this is a good day for it. You know, a nice, cool, refreshing beer in the field. Not my kind of thing, but you know, I can see the appeal. I like cool, refreshing drinks, and I like sitting outside with food, drinks, you know. But yeah, so I had one exam left, and I got a derogation on it because it was like, yeah, I'm in hospital. And let me tell you, like, you think a broken bone is bad, and it is. Like, breaking a bone is objectively worse. But when it comes to how painful it is, oh no. Damaged ligaments are worse. They hurt so much worse, and they take so much longer to actually heal. But, oh wow, cool. I think that's an old Skoda? I could be wrong. But finally a nice bit of open bit there. Yeah, other than that it was fine. Like, they got my bag off the street as well. There was a nice guy called Corporal Neary who, like, came over and made me lie down and wait for the emergency services and made sure it was okay, and then vanished. And yeah, I got a derogation for the exams. I eventually got some money because like, there's this whole thing where, like, if it's a hit and run, there's a government fund that you can claim in Ireland, and like a certain percentage of all insurance premiums go into that fund. But it takes quite a long time to sort of grind through the process, and it took me 18 months to get my payout from that. But it was a substantial payment, and and that's what I used to buy the Phaser 600 that I used to have. Ooh, the ruins of a castle up there. Cool. Get a look at it. I don't think we're gonna get a look at it. We can look at it here, here. Yeah, look at that. But if I'd not been wearing those boots, oof, well, that would have been so much worse. I would have broke my ankle. And also, if I'd not been wearing like my jacket and my pants, I would have had road rash. Like even at 40 miles an hour, like the jeans aren't going to do shit. That's why I always ride with this stuff on. Even though it is so uncomfortable on a day like this. Oh wow. Oh, to be riding in like a long sleeve shirt and like some leggings. Oh, it'd be bliss. It'd be so cool. But it's a bad idea. My Perverdero was a write-off, of course, as I alluded to at the start of the story. That was the end of that. I got some money for it. I got like 650 quid for it, just like as a wreck. Made me very sad. But you know, I passed my final year of college, university rather, and got my degree, got a job, got my payment, my phaser, and I definitely totally didn't crash the phaser ever, totally, never. That's a story for another day. Bad surface in the middle of that turn. That's the story. And now we're into some like pretty nice roads. Like this guy in front of us. Let's see if we can be behind this. Yeah, one thing I was pretty happy about, I talked about it a little bit in the previous episode, is being able to like do some jogging whilst on tour. It's something I've really struggled with previously. Just like fitting jogging shoes and stuff in my luggage and making time to do it. But because I actually just have the time off now for this month, everything's been a lot lazier, and I've had the time to just go for a jog. I found a nice way to pack my shoes. They're actually tucked in either side of the bike, just over the pannier rack underneath the bag, supporting the bag, which works out because it means the bag doesn't wiggle as much. And they're wrapped in plastic so they don't get, like, you know, if it rains they're not getting awful. Yeah, they just happen to fit in that space really nicely. This is the appropriate point for me to be like, yeah, you should respect little communities as you pass through them. They have a right to a nice place to live, and they don't want people blasting through. I come from a small community in the middle of nowhere myself, and I like to respect people's towns when they post speed limits for their towns. I like to stick to those because it's just nice to them. It's their community, it's their home. We're visitors, we should behave as such. And you know, you're driving through someone's village, you're driving through someone's main street. You might be like out walking the dog, or just like trying to go to the other side to go to like the shop or the cafe or get some gelato or whatever. They don't want like motorbikes blasting through. They don't want motorbikes like making giant amounts of noise just like because they're angry at having to slow down. Just be chill and respect little communities. It's very important. This is a pretty spot. Don't know what river this is, but look at that valley up ahead. Oh yeah. Are we going that way? I hope we're going that way. And it looks like it's navigable. Again, like, you know, navigable rivers are a very important part of Europe's, not just Europe's history, but Europe's modern, infrastructure, I guess. But it's not just infrastructure. Landscape, that's the word I was talking about, or looking for. Landscape. I just looked at the sign, I'm like, Mossback feels like the place that I had, like, as where I'm going to, and it's like 30 kilometers away still. I'm like, I thought I was much further along than that. I've got a different name written down for it because, like, it's a twin town thing, like either side of a river. I wonder if it's this river. But also, if it's like 30 kilometers away, it's 20 minutes. I didn't realize it was that long. yeah, 'cause it's most back in Obrigheim. Sorry, Obrigheim. Oh, look at this. Dam. Yeah, loads of these, like dam locks things. They basically dam the river up and put a lock on it. Not just to control its levels, but like to sometimes to generate electricity off it as well. There's an episode I think I skipped where I was coming along the Rhine into Mainz, where I talked about how the Rhine was very low. And the Rhine is like a controlled waterway. It's got lots of this kind of weird stuff along the way. Yeah, see the water level's just higher here. It has a lot of weirs along the way, and locks and weirs. Yeah, I see a cargo boat there. So there's a lot of stuff in Europe that still moves by water. Because, you know, if something doesn't need it, or like doesn't need speed to get somewhere, you could just put it on a boat. It's not a big deal. Boats are really, really cheap ways of moving things, basically. Like way cheaper than trains or trucks. So unless you need the speed, if you have access to waterways, you just put it in the water. I think we're just going to be like rolling along with this river the whole way. Or canal, it could be a canal, but it's more likely just a river that is being co-opted. Oh, there's a train in the distance. The €9 ticket thing is really cool, so this might be something you're not aware of, especially if you're an American. Essentially, oh wow, look at that castle. Look at it. Ah. Note to self, look up on occasion. Yeah, look at that. I wonder if it's like built up over like successive generations or something, and that's why it's got all those like different bits to it. That's something I think is really, really cool. I used to love doing that in Minecraft, just like building a bit onto my base and then building another bit that's totally different onto the side of it, and like having little like pathways between the houses and stuff. I love that kind of thing. But I extra love it in real life. It is, yeah. Successive phases of building have just like created this sort of hodgepodge of different buildings in the castle. Yeah, €9 ticket, which you might not be aware of, especially if you're an American. Essentially, quite a lot of Germany you can get around on trains. And there is a €9 monthly train ticket at the moment. There's like 3 months in summer. I think it's June, July, August. I got an August one, which is going to last me all the time that I'm in Europe. And basically any, I think it's S-Bahn, U-Bahn and RE train, essentially everything except IC and ICE, which are like the intercity trains. You could just travel for free on your €9 ticket for the whole month, everywhere in Germany. Doesn't matter which authority issued the ticket. The ticket is valid for everywhere, as long as it's not like an intercity or intercity express. And that's amazing. That's so amazing. And it's been really, really successful. Loads of people have been taking the trains instead of driving places because of it. And other countries have taken note. And it's really cool. So I got myself one of those. And like, if €9 had covered my trip into Frankfurt and back, I'd have been happy. But it didn't just cover that. It covered like Bad Homburg and back, Frankfurt and back, and also will cover like any trips around Berlin that I take, any travel like around Stuttgart that I take. If I travel this evening from Stuttgart to Böblingen, because I'm meeting a friend for dinner in Böblingen, and back. It's all covered. It's brilliant. And that's the kind of thing that you can do in a country like Germany. Like, if you have the network to support it, and you have a government that is dedicated enough to say, well, this is how you get people out of their cars, yeah, you can still do it. Especially because, like, a lot of Germany is very walkable. Like, you get into somewhere on the train, and it's just like, yeah, it's not a problem for me to get anywhere out of the station. I don't need to have a car, I can just walk. Kind of like the stuff we did at Bad Homburg yesterday. It's just like, yeah, let's just go to Bad Homburg. Sure, it's free. We got our tickets. Or not, as the case may be, because I've been sweating quite a lot. Side of the hill to the side of the river. Bet there's a wiggly road that goes up there. That's a speed camera, by the way. It's a German style speed camera. Someone told me they paint them different colours when they apply to like trucks versus when they apply to cars, but that sounds like kind of bogus information. Ooh, that looks like a reactor building. I wonder if that is a nuclear power plant. Germany, of course, shut down all the nuclear power plants because they're dumb. And as a result, they're hugely reliant on gas. And that means that they're still hugely reliant on coal because they're having trouble with gas. So, you know, really amazing forward planning there. You know, don't ever get the impression I think Germany's perfect or anything. They make bad decisions. France is the right idea. France has loads of nuclear. A really high proportion of their electricity generation is nuclear. Like if you ever see like dumb concepts for nuclear powered trains, just remember that all of France's trains are nuclear powered because they're electric and the electricity comes from power plants. Well, of course the electricity comes from power plants, but it comes from like nuclear power plants. Because that's how France rolls. Turning off this road. It's sort of widening out down here. Or rather, up here, because this is actually up. Ah, Mosbach. Mosbach is not where we're going, because we're going to Obrigheim. Which is on the other side of the river, so I'm guessing we're going around for that bridge. It's the Neckar. Okay. We'll be sticking with the Neckar for a while. Right now we just need to charge. Oh, and it's shady. Oh yes, so many of these stations are not shady. And there's the penny. Well, this is perfect. Oh. Alright. If you've got anything to say, you know where to find the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Check out some of my other videos. Many of them are like this. You might like them. If you do, generally, consider subscribing and hit that bell. And if you would like to reward me for entertaining you today, you can find my coffee link in the description below. Bye-bye.